Brodes Media.
It's a great fucking day. Any day that I get to hear Jalen Hurts at the podium being a sociopath again, it's glorious. Football's back. This guy doesn't give a damn about winning last year's championship. The focus is on the next one. It makes me so happy. It makes me so thrilled knowing this is my leader. Listening to Jordan Mailata, which we have audio of. Listening to Nolan Smith, which we have audio of. Hearing Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman so focused and so mature following a Super Bowl. That was great. This team has their heads screwed on as perfectly as you need them to following a campaign of success. Because it's not easy. Because there are a bunch of squads and players over the years that struggle. Because they smell themselves. Because they still look at themselves in the mirror as the GOAT, the best, the champion. But the truth is, new journey. The truth is, you got to prove it again. Because we flipped the calendar. And with the way that Howie's already mentioning ammo for next year's draft to potentially, let's be real, help this team, whether it's to go out and get some pass rush, whether it's just because you're always looking and seeing if you could help and give you an advantage somewhere around your roster. Like, this guy already has his wheels spinning. It's not even August. They just showed up to camp. They just got to the NovaCare complex. He's like, yeah, 13 picks in next year's draft. Now he's already trying to dance, baby. You got the best general manager who sets the tone underneath Jeffrey Lurie. You got Sirianni inspiring and giving you the standard cliche Nick Sirianni experience of togetherness, of family, of brotherhood. And then, well, everybody falls in line when Jalen is at the helm. It's so damn motivational that you can't even try and do your own thing. Doesn't work. You'll fail. Jordan Davis, holy hell, Peloton Jordan Davis might be the most easiest I'm buying stock thing ever. For about 3 months, I complained to all you that Jordan Davis may just not have it in his skill set to be a pass rusher. Now, I'm worried that he might not be able to stuff the run because he's so damn skinny and he lost all that damn weight. Like, still do your thing, big fella, but just incorporate that next added layer. Now, I don't know if he's even going to be able to stuff the run as well as we need him to, but he may be in that backfield much more. Which could be a benefit, by the way. I don't want to make it seem like that's, a bad thing, but I still want you to be able to stuff the run. But my point is, look at Jordan Davis. My point is, listen to Jordan Mailata right here, okay? Because this is the mindset of your leader, your leaders. But Jordan Mailata, this guy was undrafted who never played the sport of football. Now, he's a champion left tackle, and listen to the way that he's showing up this season, and think about how, internally, that keeps everybody in the right mentality and with the right attitude. I'm not trying to just blow smoke up everybody's ass and tell you this is the greatest thing in the entire world ever just because I love the Eagles. There is a real serious argument to be made that this organization is so lethal and so crazy good and so beautiful and so outstanding that there's a reason why. They're getting the appreciation from this fan base that they are, and we trust pretty much 99.9% of what they do. They are a well-oiled machine right now. Seriously, well-oiled. And this is just an example. Here's Mailata.
Sharpens iron, and I think we've done a great job
this offseason of just keeping the main thing. And the main thing was just moving on. That was the main thing this year, moving on. Because whatever we did last year, yeah, that's in the rearview mirror, and that doesn't matter anymore. We're not defending nothing. We're not the defending champs. We're the 2024 world champs, that's it. We're not defending. Sorry, we're not. So I don't like hearing like, oh, we're the defending champions. We're not defending nothing. We just won the title. And now we've got to go win it again, prove it all over again. And that's the mentality this team is going to have. We're not here to prove anything to anyone else but ourselves, and we know the mission. We're mission focused. So that's our approach, and I'm so proud of everyone here because they're buying into what we're selling.
Dude, I mean, I got goosebumps. Seriously, that is everything you ask of a team, of a leader, of a locker room, of a culture following a championship. Now, I don't know how this is going to play out. Truth be told, there are reasons why it's extremely difficult to get back to the top of the mountain after you do it. Off-season's a little bit different, shorter, the partying, the whole thing. So it is hard to rev it back up and to reach that full potential. But all I can ask is hearing these type of comments with where we are right now compared to the alternative. Like, I don't give a damn that we won. I don't care that we are the most recent champion. It's a clean slate. There's no champion for this season that we are about to embrace until we fucking win it again. I can only ask for this type of attitude heading into a year. Where it falls, it falls. And when it's rightful times to criticize, we'll criticize. When there's rightfully times to appreciate and love them and just say this is the greatest in the world, we'll do that too. But I was inspired with goosebumps and hair sticking up on my forearms listening to what Jordan Mailata just had to say, because he's the mouthpiece of what is being sold. And you can hear it himself. Listen, if there were people not buying in, not that he'd throw anybody under the bus, of course, but I don't think it would be all like, hey, I'm so proud of where we all are. Look at what's going on with Micah Parsons and Jerry. Look at what's going on with Terry McLaurin in Washington. Look at Dart throwing a pick six for his first touchdown in the Giants camp. We know if there was BS. We know if there's slop. And truth be told, if there is slop, it doesn't stop it when the rest of the gang is all on the same page. You just saw that example with Bryce Huff, because he was crying and moping and knew since day one he wasn't going to fit this culture. But even if there's one rotten egg, so be it. They got everything else so aligned that, quite frankly, it doesn't even matter. But I'm so in love thinking about where this group is. You ain't got to worry about drama. You don't have to worry about anything. All you got is some crazy, wild Jalen Hurts quotes that everybody feels to be all numb. When you hear it, it's like, I don't even understand this guy. I don't get it. But this is what wired athletes who are elite do. They don't make sense. You can't wrap your head around it. You can't process it, because if everybody thought that way, then it wouldn't be unique, then it wouldn't be rare. I almost wonder with the whole Nick Saban thing. Listen, when you go to Alabama, and I know at one point he switched and he ended up going to Oklahoma and the whole story, but when you go to Alabama, when you win a championship, when you're playing for the national championship, what do you think Nick Saban drills into their head for spring football? You know, you get a couple of months, boom, you're right back into the thick of it. Where do you think your mind goes? And you got Devontae, right? You got the Georgia Bulldogs that are doing the same damn thing. Nolan Smith, that injury, he had to deal with it. Look at where he's at now. Nakobe Dean. You know, I'm just saying. These are examples of guys. Look at how they're holding themselves throughout the beginning of training camp. There is a feel. There is an energy. There is a focus. And I listened to Lane Johnson a bit throughout the day, and there's been so many great and excellent interviews throughout the last 24 hours, and I can't wait to continue to listen to them throughout the entire week. And, You know, he's just like, look, in years past, in 2017 we won, 2018, we were trying to prove that we were that same type of group, and we were trying to do too much, and we didn't just let the game come natural. And I'm paraphrasing, but it was like we were always constantly trying to show that we are 2017. And at times, well, it didn't work out that way. And in 2023, you had a great response to the loss in 22 until you had that epic collapse. So he has different experiences with others in this locker room of some wildness. Okay, well, how do we go about it this time around? To me, so far, I think they've knocked it out of the park because I feel it. There's a difference between when you say it and when you feel it and when you know it's there. Jalen Hurts is the perfect example and description on why it feels so real. It's the way he carries himself. It's the way he's still on the practice field when nobody else is, working on running sideline to sideline. It's the way that if you don't show up prepared the best way you can to reflect the way Jalen is attacking his craft, you're screwed. And that's why I always laugh. And listen, I love the WIP afternoon show. I love Spike. I love Fritz. I do. I love them. They're fucking awesome. But they always say they hate when people bring up the fact that, well, what does Jalen do well? And an answer is win. And they don't like that. They don't like win. They like throwing the football a certain type of way. They like that. But the truth is, that's all he does. And listen to what he had to say during his press conference today. This was tweeted out by Eagles Nation at 12:15. Here's the full quote. Almost has 500,000 views at the time of me uploading this episode. Jalen Hurts on if he will, quote, open up his playing style more now that he's won a Super Bowl. Quote, no, I've went a very long time being told I got to do it a certain type of way. That didn't get me the win. When I did it how everybody told me to. When you put so much energy into personal performance, you kind of lose sight of the main thing of winning. Since the loss in 22, it's been my main motivation to find ways to win, regardless of how it looks. I just want to find ways to win. And that's the mentality I want this team to have. How you hear that and think to yourself, oh, man, Lamar, oh, Josh, this guy is strictly standing on business. And he's not one of those fools that, again, says things publicly and then he starts to show signs of it that it's not true. Like, there are guys that say, I just want to win. And if they threw 12 of 28 and they won the football game 14-12, they'd be bitching and crying about how poor he was, blah, blah, blah. You know what Jalen would say? I got to be better for sure. We win the football game? I can't wait for who's up next. Like, he would take pride in winning that game, even with some very uncomfortable throws and poor decision making. And it would be, did we find a way to win? Did I have the ball in the final drive? Did we score and put up 7 to win the game without any clock left? Okay, we were down what? Okay, and we came back and did what? Okay, I don't care about what my stats said. Did we win? Okay, shove it up your ass, right? Like, that's the way that Jalen Hurts attacks. There's other quarterbacks that talk the talk, but they don't actually walk the walk. You know it's real with Jalen. I just can't wait to see him take the field in real meaningful games.